Yeah. So basically, this is a information dashboard for like training nodes, and basically you can see your like real time ranking on the leaderboard for a given task. That's where like a training node figure out like how they're performing. So you can see it's pretty competitive at the moment. I think for each of tasks there are at least like 40 to 50-ish machine learning engineer joining and submit model on a daily basis. Like I think every day there are at least like 40 to 50 model submission for each of the tasks we host. So it's a very competitive scenario at the moment. Yeah, I think we can switch to the validator one. And the validator dashboard is basically serving the same purpose, but it's for a validator and basically allow people to see, how much reward they're getting, hard working score. It's basically a measurement on the amount of submission you have done and also the honesty of the submission you have done. So that's, basically information dashboard. I think we can switch to the task tab. Yeah, this is basically a bunch of tasks that we are hosting. You can we like zoom in a bit? Like I think it's a little bit too small. Yeah, I think this one is still ongoing. It's basically a task that we collaborate with some Korean university. So we want to expand, those kind of like role play model that focus more on Korean language. And can you scroll down a bit? Yeah, you can see like for each task, we have a specification on the model information. Like for example, how large the context length should be. What's the maximum number of parameters allowed. So for some of our tasks, like our collaborator like specifically mentioned that they want the model to be able to run on edge, meaning like on a MacBook or on their like Windows laptop, they have to be able to run those models locally. So which leads to a very tight maximum number of parameters. We also have some models that I only care about like how powerful it can be. So then the number will be like relatively larger. So if you see like task 14, this is actually so far the most complex and hard one we have ever hosted. So that's a like basically a code explainer for like Move language. At the moment, I think there's any like major proprietary model supports Move as coding language. So we are actually building the first one. So for this one, I think you can see like a super high context length, a super high maximum number of parameter. I think what we can see from the information collected is that most of the training nodes, participating in this task, they are already using like extremely powerful GPU to participate. I think it's at least multiple A100 or like multiple H100 to participate in this such task. Yeah, I think if we scroll down, you can see like a bunch of tasks is already like finalized. There are those kind of companion one, which is relatively simple. There are use cases for text to SQL agent that is collaborating with Chainbase, which is a on-chain data analytic company. Yeah, basically all types. Basically, this platform is LLM usage agnostic. So any project you would prefer a open source model, fine-tuned open source model, you can just post a task here. So there's no any specific type required. Yeah, I think this is basically the new feature that we just rolled out. So we got some complaints from a lot of like very competitive validators and competitive training nodes. Basically, I joined later. I'm a very experienced machine learning engineer. Just for reference, I think in our platform we know there are engineers from Tesla. We know there are engineers from Intel. those kind of very competitive engineers, and they join later, and they the issue is that okay, I join later and I don't have enough token, right? Because the reward is relevant to both the number of staking, because it's a POS, right, and number of staking and their performance, right. The problem is that okay, I have a really robust performance, right? I want to get more reward, so please invest in me. That's basically the delegation feature we roll out. Many like competitive training nodes, they just create those kind of delegation pool, and they just advertise on themselves and try to attract more investment onto them. In such case, if they win, they can enlarge those kind of effect and win more token. And as a result, the profit is shared by the investor, which is the delegator, and the node itself. So that's basically how it works. You can see like this feature actually attracts a lot of traction. I know there are a lot of flock miner groups in different languages, and a lot of people are just branding themselves in those kind of channel and say, okay, I don't have enough token, like please stake on me. Here are my previous achievement. It will be a good investment for both of us, stuff like that. So it's already a very active and active dynamic. Yeah, I think. On a stake to develop is basically providing a UI for you to stake as training nodes, as validator. But for powerful user, you can skip the UI completely. I think everything is interactable directly through the smart contract, so you don't even need to touch this page. It's just for like simplicity. Yeah, I think you may find the page is still a little bit like naive, because we are mostly focusing on building the the blockchain side and the backend side. Yeah, just stay tuned. The website update is coming very soon, probably within like 2 weeks. Yeah, I think that's basically the overall walkthrough on the training platform. Yeah, a lot of like funny names there, like as our delegation pool. These people are just trying everything to attract people. Like I think we have some people like named as 4090 always on or something. Oh, that's you. Do you want to do some advertisement now? Like maybe someone else in this room also is holding FML. Yeah, we got like, I'm pretty sure we have other like GPU always on as well. Hmm. Yeah, I think that's basically the overall walkthrough. Like any questions, Uh, yeah, for now it's LLM, but we are building the support for more like multimodality one. For example, the VLM is all. Hmm. Pardon? Yeah, for the current state, yes, yes. Yeah, but the design of the whole system is basically task type agnostic. So we actually want the open source community to help integrate like more types of supporting. Yep. Any further question? Yep.
Thank you.